So with the average car price being still high, around $47,000, people are starting to want something that's very practical, very reliable. And based on consumer reports for model Subarus around here, basically showing up for 2024's data, since this is the year end and we only have a few more days until 2025. So based on the consumer reports and most reliability, Subaru has officially taken the #1 spot for the most reliable cars in 2024, followed by Toyota, Lexus, Honda. But how did we get here? How did Subaru rise all the way up to #1? So I'm going to show you guys several ways Subaru has beat out all this competition, becoming the most reliable and making a lot of good money. And you know, how it became a standalone practical vehicle for road trips, off-roading, etc. So how did we get here? That all explains in Driven Gears Automotive. So I want to get to the first thing I want to talk about is the affordability of Subaru. What consumers want. Because most people want a big SUV, big trucks, but typically like Ram or Toyota, pricing range is about $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 for a truck, but usually around $60,000 for an SUV, right? Subaru, basically, if you want a big SUV or something practical, basically, you're actually getting it for a cheaper price, about half the price as a Toyota or a Ram or any other in its competitors. Basically, let's take the 2025 Subaru Outback Wilderness, the highest trim level of the Outback, taking the price between $25,000 to $45,000. Let's take that for example. Since the Wilderness is the highest trim level, it is slightly higher at $44,247. Taking with the 2024 Subaru Forester Wilderness, looking at the window stickers, on what you're going to get for your MSRP value at $39,042. This is actually not the Wilderness trim, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, this is the Wilderness trim. It is rated very comfortably at about $40,000. But let's take the Subaru Imprezas, the cheapest models, at the lowest cheapest model. If you guys want just a practical street car just to ride around, looking at $25,152 for the base trim level of the Impreza. And same thing with the Crosstreks, rated at the same price, because again, they are similar to the Imprezas. So yeah, or it depends on the trim level. Take the Subaru Crosstrek at $28,584, being the premium trim. Different amenities, and you know, depends on what you want, basically. Like if you want heated seating or wireless charging or everything. Basically depends on what trim level and what amenities that you want in your vehicle. It just depends on the pricing of the vehicle. But yeah, so that's my first point I want to get to. The Subaru Boxer engine and the transmission. Here's the second part to what I'm going to explain in this video. Subaru has come a very long way improving the Subaru Boxer engine and the automatic transmission, eventually going over to the CVT transmission to improve fuel economy, giving it a 30 miles to the gallon on average. Same thing with this Subaru Impreza right here, 30 miles to the gallon because of the CVT transmission. Engine options, depending on the model itself. See, if you want a 2.4 liter turbocharged Boxer engine, and the transmission that pairs with it is the TR690 transmission for the CVT. If you only get that in the premium or the TS model of the WRX, that's the only one that has the automatic CVT transmission. See, other Subarus in this lineup all have the same transmission. It's the TR580 transmission for all the Subarus except for the 2.4 liter turbocharged Boxer engine. See, Subaru has come a long way improving the Boxer engine. See, Subaru's not that type of brand where they just scrap the entire engine because it already failed. No, they use the same engine, they tweak it, They make a lot of improvements, and same thing with the transmissions as well. They see what failed, they see what the chains have failed, they can fix that, they can add bracing, they can add lots of things, they can add more fluid, they can add different things and cool it better. There's a lot of things that they improve, basically, in a vehicle like Subaru. See, going back 20, 30 years ago, the infamous blown head gasket issue. See, Subaru had gotten into a lot of trouble due to the graphite-coated single-layer head gaskets that would prematurely, with age and lots of mileage, would peel, get into the combustion, get in the intake manifolds, get anywhere around the engine, and causes the oil to leak out and fail and blow, and there goes the engine. Basically, they tweak that. They don't do the single layer graphite coated head gaskets. They actually use a multi-layered stainless steel head gaskets. And nowadays, but they use glue to make them cheaper. But they actually tweak the engine. They make lots of tweaks here and there to make sure that the head gaskets would run pretty much forever, basically. And Toyotas pretty much are doing the same thing, just making them cheaper by using glue instead of using bolts. But, you know, most car companies are actually doing that. The GR86 also uses the same boxer engine, but they're going to move away from the boxer engine. They're going to put their own engine in there. But looking at this 2-liter boxer engine, and this is what you're going to get in the Crosstrek Impreza for the base models. Base and limited models, you get the 2-liter, 152 horsepower. Go for the Subaru, let's see, Sport, or the RS model. This is a 2.5-liter boxer engine that gets 182 horsepower. And again, most of these Subarus actually have the same automatic transmission, the CVT. It is the TR580 transmission. If you want to get the 2.4-liter boxer turbocharged, it's the TR690 transmission. And transmissions have come a long way since then. CVT transmissions, you know, people say, oh, those fail a lot and they are not practical enough. Well, Subaru, on the other hand, actually improves the transmission. They use, instead of a computer-controlled bell, they use a chain as longevity of the transmission to make it last longer, and then improves gas mileage as well. Also, another thing I want to include is easy maintenance. Basically, all it just comes to is pure maintenance. See, also, there's another reason why Subaru has these boxer engine head gasket issues. Well, also has to go for poor maintenance. Are you changing the oil correctly and at different intervals, right? Every 3,750 miles, there has to be a simple time interval where you're going to have to change the engine oil. People don't do that. They just run their course, they blow the transmission, just take it on racing, just see how much fuel, how much engine oil, how much they can give out on this car, and then the transmissions, the engines will fail. Again, these are not really meant for going on a track and going on racing. But I mean, there's Subarus back then that used to go on racetracks and they will blow the water out of everybody. But like I said, practical cars, they're not meant for racing. You can't take it on I mean, you could, but it's not meant for racing, because you will just blow the transmission, you will blow the engine out. And Donut Media got into a little trouble with that. They blow up their vehicles, you know. But like I said, they're not meant for race cars. But yeah, like I said, maintenance and everything is very simple. Everything's pretty much easy to get to. Like, I already did a oil change already, and it's actually very fresh. Everything's easy to get to. The engine oil canisters right here, intake manifold, hoses. Hey, you got that engine oil and transmission dipstick. Engine oil right there. Hey, you can check all of that. And everything's right here. You got your fuses, your battery compartment. Pretty much everything's easy to get to. Easy mods, easy things. But yeah, everything's all easy. And that's what I love about Subaru. The easiest cars to modify. I think I made a video about that a year and a half ago. Talking about why Subarus are the easiest cars to maintenance. Again, it all comes to maintenance and self-care for your vehicle. Don't rip it on track where you're just gonna explode the engine, explode the transmission. It's not meant for that. Same thing, well, with manual transmissions. Well, the Subaru RX models and the BRZ models have a 6-speed manual transmission. That's another transmission as well that you can also get for in your models, but most Subarus all come with the same CVT transmissions. If you want the sport model, if you want to get the sport cars, like I said, everything's all simple, everything. Let's talk about the Subaru's diversity. With everything you want in a vehicle, what are you interested into? Do you want a sporty type of personality? Do you want to rip it on track? Do you want to like show off and basically take it to car shows? Hey, we have a 6-speed manual transmission 2024, 2025 WRX STIs. Or we have this something practical and night on the town, or still something that you can easily mod. Hey, we got the Subaru Legacies. But like I said, if you want something that's rebellious, how about that 2024 Subaru BRZ? 6-speed manual transmission. Something for the sports people. You want something big, practical, and adventurous? Look no further than the Crosstrek, the 2025 Subaru Outback Wilderness, or the 2024 Subaru Forester Wilderness model. And the Wilderness models itself are the highest trim level of the Outback and the Forester. And they're rated pretty much almost at $40,000, being the highest. Basically, look at the ground clearance on this Outback, and same thing with the Forester. Yokohama Geolandar tires, 700 weight capacity on the roof rails, about 3,500 pounds of towing capacity. Same thing with that one. Same weight capacity. Basically, you can tow anything. Or you want something cheap like that Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness right there, rated about 37,000. Or do you want something like Night on the Town? Kind of just something very practical, easy to drive, and practical. Or do you want something like an SUV, but you want something smaller? Like no further than the Subaru Imprezas. Base trim level, premium trim level, sport trim level, or the RS model. They're rated at $25,000 to $27,000 for the Imprezas. Same thing with the Crosstrek models. Yeah, basically Subaru has the features and everything that you can basically ever dream of. Do you want going to the mountains? Take the Wilderness, or take the Foresters or the Crosstreks, or you want to cruise the mountain roads, get like the Impreza or Night on Town. Impreza, Legacy, WRX. If you want to rip Pikes Peak or go up to Long's Peak or go up to Mount Blue Sky, WRX, Impreza, the Wilderness models, the Outback, the Forester, the Crosstrek. If you're very adventurous, this is pretty much what Consumer Reports says. This is why Subaru is number one. It's because it has that diversity of everything you want in a Subaru. And that's kind of what I do agree with everything, basically. What do you want based on your location and based on, you know, how much are you willing to pay? So the last thing I do want to talk about in this video, I want to talk about safety. Subaru is so laser focused when it comes to safety. Safety is very important to all of us. Keeps us safe, keeps everybody on the road safe, and life in general. Keeps everyone in life safe. And that's what safety is all about. Subaru is laser focused in improving safety in their vehicles by adding more technologies and adding new amenities to keep their vehicles laser focused and safe. And I want to talk about the camera systems. I want to talk about the stuff when it comes to the safety of improving the airbags and everything. Okay. Also, I'm going to go by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. This is sourced on the window stickers that you get on your car when you get a new car. I'm going to go over everything basically according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or the NHTSA, www.safecar.gov, or 18 or so government 5-star safety rating. Okay. So again, so most of these are 5 out of 5s and 10 out of 10s. That's how they're rating. So let's talk about overall vehicle score. Based on the combined rating of frontal, side, and rollover, should only be compared to other vehicles of similar size and weight. Subaru, on the other hand, for this Impreza, gets a 5 out of 5 when it comes to overall vehicle score. Frontal crash. In a case of an accident where it's only like a frontal crash for driver and passenger, based on the risk of injury in a frontal impact, should only be compared to other vehicles of similar size and weight. 10 out of 10. Side crash, front seat and rear seat. Based on the risk of injury in a side impact, gets a 10 out of 10 when it comes to safety. Rollover crashes. These are pretty common as well. Also, basically T-boning, frontal crash, rear end, rollovers are very common in accidents. And this is pretty much important. Based on the risk of rollover in a single vehicle crash, a 5 out of 5. Basically, this is all by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. All the reports. And this is for the 2023 Subaru Impreza. So I'm going to actually show you guys the window sticker for the 2024 Subaru Impreza, how that compares to this previous generation safety. So I have another window sticker for my 2024 Subaru Impreza, and pretty much looking at it, it's pretty much the same 5 to 10 star rating. 5 out of 5 on vehicle score, frontal crash 10 out of 10, side crash 10 out of 10, rollover 10 out of 10. Star range from 1 to 5, with 5 being the highest. So it passed as well, especially with new technologies like the eyesight camera systems. I wish that most other competitors like Toyota, Lexus, or other vehicles have a camera system to improve their safety. I know they have other technologies like vehicle control and lane keep assist, but it's just like I wish they had a camera system included into these vehicles that will help improve a lot more safety, and pretty much it lowers the risk of dying in a car accident. Having a camera view, it'll warn you that a car has stopped and then you have to press the brake. It will automatically press the brakes for you. Lane keep assist keeps you in your lane without swerving out of the road and roll over and all that stuff. Basically, I wish that was included in that. I wish all car makers do that. They put like a camera system. And Subaru has tweaked the camera systems from the previous generation like this into what the 2024 Subaru Impreza. I'm going to show you that real quick on the camera systems. So here's the camera system for the 2023 Subaru Impreza. Like I said, it's very different. It's the same pretty much thing that I've used for the past few years. And here's the improvements for the 2024 Subaru Impreza. See, it's more of that chunkier, boxier camera system that's integrated with the windshield. But I'm going to show you guys the improvement they did. And you can kind of say that the camera system is a little buggy when it comes to technology. But Subaru kind of does come a long way, because these are actually implemented back in 2014, but the higher trim levels only had it. But Subaru was so laser focused when it comes to safety, where they basically had to add it to every single trim model, except for the manual transmission vehicles. Alright, so this is the comparison in the 2024 Subaru Impreza. So over here, kind of have a more sharper angle, smaller look. But this is a 3 camera system compared to the previous generation only had 2 cameras. The new generation has 3 camera systems. One main camera system focused on scanning the entire road, lane keep assist, and auto braking. And you have the 2 camera systems also on there, keeping the lane keep assist, the driver profile, make sure that every camera scans the entire road and controls your braking systems and prevents into an accident or rollover crashes. Depends on, you know, what the camera's main focus is doing. So this is what it looks like inside. See, it's more sharply angled, it's more integrated compared to the previous generation. It's more of a chunkier version, but this is the new improvements. And airbags as well, same airbags, and you know, more technologies and more safety. Like I said, braking system as well, the automatic braking system. It's like when a car panic stops, the car can actually automatically apply the brakes. And also this will also warn you that, let's say that the car has moved and you're not paying attention, this car will warn you. And same thing with the other car, it will warn you that the car has moved and you better hurry up. So pretty much that's what these systems do, but it's just more practical and more safety. I do wish that Toyota, Lexus, and Honda and most of the competitors have this system to improve their safety. But this is why like Subaru has #1 when it comes to Consumer Reports. So this is pretty much every single point that I made in this video talking about why Subaru is considered #1 in the 2024 Subaru Consumer Reports. Hope you guys like this video. Make sure you share this video with a friend. Possibly share it with everybody you know. And subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. Like the video. And I'll see you guys in the next video for brand new automotive content here on Driven Gears Automotive. And I'm wishing you guys a happy new year and a happy 2025. See ya.